what is you guys' thought process when you're listening to a demo, reading a chart, getting ready to like come in the room and hit the red button? Like, is there a thought process that you have between bass and drums, between, you know, guitar parts where you're gonna feel, you know, what can you give me just some tidbits of kind of what you guys are thinking during that process?
There's two key components for me personally that I want to take away from the demo. One is, what is the vocal doing? Mm-hmm. What is the phrasing of the vocal? And I know this is extremely important for drummers. Mm-hmm. Listen to the vocal. And I try to, okay, and then aside from what the vocal's doing, I try to figure out, okay, I try to hear, a lot of times I hear the finished product in my head.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the producer in me, I don't know, but I hear the finished product, and I'm thinking about, okay, does this song feel R&B? Does it feel traditional country? Does it feel this is like a modern country thing, or this is a worship thing, or whatever that is? And you kind of start thinking about elements, but hardly ever. And you know, Katlin may think differently about this. Like if I'm getting ready to layer, I know I'm going to have to layer 6 guitars.
Right.
I'm not always sure what it actually is until I start playing. I just know that I want this clean sound in the verses, and I'm going to come up with a little party thing, and then the chorus is going to open it up. And I know that that's going to be the general thought, but I'm not sure until I start playing what it even is.
Oh, that makes me feel so good.
Yeah.
Because it's the thing, it's like your soul just kind of starts to bring things out.
Right.
You don't preconceive, oh my gosh, what am I going to play? No, I don't think about it. I just go in there and do it. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good. But most of the time you try to hit that target. But those are the two elements that I listen to more than anything.
Yeah.
It's the vocal.
Kat, you got anything to interject there?
Yeah, similar. I definitely listen. Y'all are listening for phrasing and time and stuff for your kick pattern and the overall like feel.
And it should always go with a vocal.
Yeah, for me, so maybe not all genres, but definitely in where like modern country is at right now, the load on the guitarist is pretty
Hefty,
significant. Yeah, you got a lot. Is there a solo? You're probably gonna be playing it.
Yep.
Is the song is gonna have some kind of sig lick? You're doing that too.
Yeah.
I like to listen to the vocal, the melody, in hopes that I can
Find a
Pull
hook.
something
find something.
out of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, please sing something interesting in this chorus.
Exactly. and when
you're
it's
like,
not.
and when they do it, you know right away. And if they don't, you're like, better start thinking.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm zoned out immediately. Like by the first turn, if I hadn't heard anything cool, I'll see y'all in 10 minutes. Like I'm just, I'm trying to think of something that's going to fit. And then I would say it's probably about half and half. A lot of times I get in here and like I might have a line in my head. I'll quickly try to get it down. Probably have no clue where I'm going on the solo. That's going to happen. And then probably half of the time, whatever I thought of in there, it nails it.
Yeah.
And the other half, I have to think of something else. And then half of the times that it works okay, I probably hit something in the solo or in the outro that I like a little bit better, that I might go back and change. So a lot of times what the soul brings out works better anyways, but I'm really focused on, that can be the hardest thing, especially, it depends on who the producer is, but man, they can beat you up on those sig licks.
Yeah.
A lot of times I find myself relying on, if I can't think of one voice to make the whole thing sound cool, I'll do it with two, like with two guitars. It'll have to be it's not really a call and response, but it kind of is. You kind of have to you kind of got to make them both work together and fill that space to make it to where, man, soon as so-and-so hits play, or as soon as it comes on the streaming, they know what that song is in just a few seconds.
So with you in particular, I want to ask you this directly because I've been around you since you were 13 and kind of developing in this whole process of getting paid professionally to be a studio musician. And don't shoot me, but like Katlin and I have been in here and like took 700 takes on stuff like when you were 18 or 19 or 20,
I was
and
in a
like
phase
just
of
hammering
doing that,
out.
yeah.
Like, tell me now, looking back, what you see where you were trying to figure out all of these things about. Oh, here's what I'm listening for. This is what I'm going to hit. This is my target lick that I'm going to play. Like going through that whole process of really like refining yourself to get to the point to where like now when, you know, specifically you, when you come in, you're 2 passes on a guitar solo and we're done. We're moving on. We're not taking 700 takes on a guitar.
Yeah.
Like what's your thought process?
Every now and then there's going to be something. Every now and then it might happen once a session or once a week where there's going to be something that hangs you up or hangs the producer up a little bit and he wants to dig in on something, or you want to try something, and you should take time to work it out if you've got it. But you know, it's a mixture of like wanting to be competitive and wanting to get out there and just nail everything, kill everything. And also, working with, there's been a couple of different producers, like, Corey Crowder's one of them, who, thank God that, you know, the guys has used me so much, but man, you want to talk about, especially in demo, like even for demos, like you might build out this full pack of guitars that like they're working together, everything's good. I send it off, feeling good. I step away from the desk and I get a text from Corey. Hey man, can you just maybe take another swing at it? I don't know how many times, you know, and you need to just like, it knocks you down, but it's just like, I'm trying to dig out what he's talking about in these references. So some of that's working with your crew and knowing what they're really talking about. When he says, hey, this one has a pontoon vibe, or nope, this one's got a whiskey glasses vibe, you know, and you like know kind of what he's talking about now.
Yeah.
I think for me on the as far as like not doing the 7 million takes, was there an aha? I guess what I'm saying is, was there like an aha moment over the past 20 years where coming in you were like, okay, I got this, I'm fixing to crush it, and this is what I'm doing, instead of like the like trial and error, like running through different tones. And I guess that some of that comes with just the literal experience. Yeah, there's over and over and over. It's the experience, but getting in the headspace.
It's reps. It's like you got to get reps.
Getting in the headspace of like, I was bad about zoning out during our
when you listen to the demo.
Yep, listening down. I was bad to just get off in my own world and not be like, you're at work, you know, all the time. Like, especially if you're doing the guitar seat, it's just like that's a special time in there to like. The most of my work is done in there. I feel like it's just like think. Come in here, like get the thinking over with, so you can come in here, and because it's already like you're going to be sitting down there and trying to pick sometimes which amp to plug into and then it's just get this tone just right, because man, once it's printed, there's not much you can do, but you got to kind of nail it.
What do you say though, based on his question to you? I know this has been my experience because I've been through that same kind of thing. You know, early on, you're still learning. Yeah. It's like you're still trying to figure this thing out.
Always,
And you're always second guessing yourself, right? Yeah. And so during that process of that's like something you've got to go through as doing this. And as you grow and mature and season as a musician, particularly a studio musician, you get to the point to where it's not as easy as breathing, but it's like you're living in it now. Your instincts grow sharper. Yeah. Your creativity is sharper because you've done it. You've been here. You've been in that seat multiple times. Yeah. It's not new anymore. It's a cool thing because you're seasoned now.